Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, right now we're actually looking from the Bolivar Flats cam uh, at the Bolivar Live Triathlon that's going on at Fort Travis, and this is a swim portion. And I tell you what, this is the third year, and every year the weather's been perfect, but we've got some wind this morning, and I haven't been able to get hold of Tina to find out what they're going to do. I saw some of the kayakers go out, and typically this is going to take off. The first phase is supposed to leave at was supposed to leave at 7:20, and so they're running a little behind. And so you'll be able to see them. They're going to swim here between, and let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see where we're at. They're actually going to swim a little bit. They're going to swim between the North Jetties or that boat ramp there in Fort Travis, and they go out. And let me see if I can pan out a little bit and get it moved around. Uh, but typically they're going to swim out, and there you can see some of the safety people and the markers out there. I Try Events has been putting this on for 3 years now. This is the third year, and they really take safety into precaution. And so there's two different triathlons on this. There's a sprint and the Olympic, and they're going to swim here, and then they're going to go back to um drop come out of the water at the I'm trying to see. I'm operating from two screens now. There's a boat out there for safety. Then they're gonna drop their swimwear and stuff, and they've got bikes. Actually, you can see them over on the right side of the screen. And then they're gonna bike from here up to the elementary school, and depending on if you're in the sprint or the Olympic, whether you ride back and up there and back once, or if you do that twice. And then they're going to drop their bikes at Fort Travis, and then they're going to run through the streets there by the North Jetties. And I want to thank I Try Events for putting this event on. I actually found them when I was up in Livingston, and they'd done one up there for 8 years, probably 10 years. And I asked them about Bolivar, and we met. And the next year they had one. And like I said, this is the third annual. These actually started right before or during the pandemic, actually. And so they didn't have to lay out a year because of the sport it was. And so anyway, want to thank Fort Travis, Galveston County Parks Department, TxDOT, the Galveston County Sheriff's Department, the EMS, all the volunteers on this, and I Try Events for putting this event on. And it takes a lot. It takes a full year to get everything together and be able to do this. And when I brought her down here and she saw Fort Travis, she said, "This has to be the place." I had several areas picked out. She said, "This is the best location, and the view and the beauty up here is just unbelievable." And so it looks like they're starting to get underway now. Like I said, every year it's been perfect. And this is the first year we've actually had trouble with wind and rough water. And so in years past, typically I'm up there about 10 o'clock where that blue cabana is. But we were able to use the Bolivar Flats cam this year and give you a view. And with everything going on, trying to get out of there, we're going to be down there a little bit later. In fact, as soon as we get done with this feed, we're going to go start filming some of the biking and stuff, because they're actually done with all this by about 11 o'clock. They're actually packed up, and a lot of times by noon, they're going home as far as I Try Events. And, I know some of the contestants stayed here on Bolivar, and Tina said that some of the hotels and houses, and so we're excited about that. And next year it may move a weekend or two. We don't know yet. Someone else has started a triathlon and doing it the same weekend, and it's really, this one was here first, and it was bad on their judgment to do that because it just hurts everyone. And so, anyway, I want to thank all the contestants that came down, the sponsors. Like I said, once again, I Try Events, the volunteers, the Galveston County Sheriff's Department, Tex Dot. The cone guys were out at 5 o'clock whenever I was coming into the shop or the office. They were out putting cones out. And so there's going to be bike riders between Fort Travis, say the Bolivar Lighthouse, and the elementary school. And so there's one area in there around Biscayne where there's no shoulder, and they've got cones up. And so that's really a dangerous area. But watch when you're if you're going down Highway 87, make sure that you watch and see where the bike riders are, because they're going to be they'll be done probably by 11 o'clock. But right now, between now and probably 11 o'clock, you just want to make sure you're paying attention. Don't look at your phone. Don't mess with the radio whenever you're going down Highway 87, because there are going to be some bike riders on there. And this is the swim portion. Like I said, this is the first year that it's actually been rough out. Usually, just about every year, in fact, every year, there's the water's been beautiful and calm and really been nice to swim in. And this year we've got a little bit of wind, and so it's a little different this year than it typically is. But I can tell you, the people that I've talked to, the swimmers, the bikers, the runners, the triathletes, they said, the big thing is a lot of people do this uh, triathlon in order to be able to go to different ones like the Ironman and all that. And it's done on a point system. There you can see Fort Travis and some spectators, and it's neat to see the families that come down to support family and friends at this event. Cheering them on, following them through the course, watching them, and then watching them cross the finish line, which is going to be in Fort Travis. And so we're super excited to be a part of it. Like I said, once again, thanks to I Try Events for putting on this event. They come down Thursday evening, and then they work all day Friday, or come down Friday evening and work all day Saturday, getting everything ready. Want to thank Galveston County Parks Department, Travis, and the crew up at Fort Travis, because they do a lot getting ready for this. And then Tex Dot, Galveston County Sheriff's Department, the Constables Department, everyone involved with this event. The cone people that were out at 5 o'clock this morning putting cones out. And so it's going to be a tough swim today. At least going out, it's going to be a tough swim. Coming back in will probably be a little easier. But we're going to leave here and head down to the course so that we can follow some of the runners and film some. We'll try and go live again depending on the internet. But this is the 2023 Bolivar Live Triathlon, coming to you from Fort Travis here on Bolivar Peninsula, a stone's throw from Crystal Beach, Texas. And that wind's picking up, and so they're probably having to move the markers around. I know in years past they've moved a little bit, and they had to go out and reset them. And I'm sure safety's a concern. And so, let's keep all the contestants in your thoughts and prayers, and make sure everyone crosses that finish line at the end of the event. So anyway, we're going to head on out. We're going to head down towards the elementary school in Fort Travis and get some footage and watch the race and cheer them on. And so there you can see everyone's getting ready for the swim, and people standing up on Fort Travis. That's an awesome place Fort Travis to watch the whole event. In fact, if you're there early, you can see the sunrise, and then watch the contestants in the water. And I'm gonna pan out a little bit so you can see what's going on around too, and get an idea on what's happening down at Fort Travis and the area down there for the 2023 Bolivar Live Triathlon put on by iTry Events. And so there you can see there's kayakers out there, there's boaters are out there, and so safety is a big part of this event, especially in the water. To make sure, there you can see one of the markers on the left hand side, and so they might have moved the course a little bit due to the wind. We've had some wind down here the last couple days. In fact, we've got some drone work to do, and with 22-mile-an-hour winds, it makes it a little tough doing that. And so we're having to put it off. We've got a front coming in this next week. Look like next weekend's going to be down. Man, it's going to be awesome down here. And so we're excited about that because we've needed an event. I mean, a cool front to come cool things down a little bit. There you can see some of the markers out there. That's how far they're going to have to swim, is out to that point. There you can see some people on the North Jetties. And this camera, typically you can operate it anytime. I'm on the back end of it. That's why you see that little yellow circle there. Sorry about that, but that's something we have to have when we're on the back end, so we know where the center is. But this is down at the North Jetties. There you can see one of the boats they have out there, and on the left hand side you can see one of the kayakers they have out there for safety and for in case anyone gets any trouble. And then we'll try and bring you some more news. Like I said, the wind's picked up, and so it's really typically we don't have wind like this, and it's in years past it's been beautiful, gone off without a hitch. But I'm sure this morning there's some concerns about safety and stuff, and so they're looking at the situation and then go from there. So anyway, we're going to head on out. Thanks to the Big Store for sponsoring this Bolivar Live feed and everything they do in the community. Thanks to iTry Events for putting on the Bolivar Live Triathlon 2023. Thanks to all the contestants. Thanks to Galveston County Parks Department, Travis and the crew, William Como and all them. Up at Fort Travis, thanks to the Galveston County Sheriff's Department. Thanks to the constables, thanks to EMS and everyone, all the volunteers that's involved in this, and the sponsors that make it possible. So we're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll keep this camera on there, and you can watch the swimmers as they take off. And remember, the bike riders will be between Fort Travis and the elementary school. And then the run will be around Fort Travis, down the North Jetty area, and so they won't be back out on the highway. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.